best-of-3 series.
I mean, I imagine we'll talk about it. Do you know what I did, Lexi? I clicked it with about 20 seconds to go, and I was like, I can't read that in 20 seconds.
Talon struggled with a lot. Was
So
actually quite
I know
frankly,
there's the message.
a lot on the
I just didn't
defensive
read it.
side. So since GenG picked the map this time, they'll be happy to start on the attack.
Okay.
But even on the attack,
I'm gonna forget. Yeah, might be worth
trying to
just
play things maybe a little bit
bumping
too
it.
slowly on a 3-site map.
Okay,
like
GenG on
Lotus,
defense,
trying
Talon
to
on
Make
attack.
sure that they have all the pieces of information. Sometimes you don't have.
Hey,
that
my
luxury.
molly.
You're just gonna have to start.
Molly's
to send
making
it
it.
on a timer, and right now,
Heretics took it.
Site is where their sights are set.
Elzinho and Coach Potatoes, and now
Just
it's
the
made
one
its way
ghost
to
here on the
Pacific
side of Talon.
GenG.
And Texture both
They
can
just do it
use up this for
reactively.
now.
That's
Talon's
interesting. So if Util comes out, then they
creep
molly
up here
this.
in towards B. Nice paint shell. Munchkin gonna eat a decent amount of damage off that one actually. Doesn't pull away from it. Doesn't get the snake bite out.
You know what's nice is,
Yeah, they might have to
it's
push
such
out
a
here, though. They're set
specific
up for
hard
it.
molly to do
It's a
that
little bit of
I'm
a
always gonna know
50-50.
it's my
Not gonna
lineup.
be able to find either. Meteor and Munchkin getting a kill apiece. Swapping out some of the weapons now. There's a little bit of post-plant util. Was set up, but I believe now cleared. Holding her onto the spike and serves able to find
Molly
one.
goes
Snake bite
in?
out, and Munchkin will get
Maybe.
2v2 is Meteor holding up close, able to find one, retap onto the spike.
Holy hell.
The spray through, Haunt now coming out, Cruz force back, takes
Oh
the
my
fight,
God,
manages
bro.
to take them both
Fair
down,
play.
but it's still gonna fuse held.
Two
GenG
over
will
towards
find that pistol
E
round
main,
win.
completely
getting that
own
half
it.
done earlier was all the
Yeah, that's
difference, 'cause
impressive.
Talon, they came in prepared, right?
Brabster, thank you so much for the 2 months. Thank you for the prime. Thank you.
Especially a team like GenG. And then you even have the foresight
What
to
a
say,
hero.
we
Thank
wanna
you for
push
doing
out,
that,
because
man.
otherwise the retake becomes a menace on this site in the middle of the map. So they wanted to push out, not able to get a single kill there, but still the snake bite, you've got the lineups, you got the spam, but the half was done.
Oh, it was
and
already
that's all
half.
that
Oh, okay,
mattered.
chat. That's how you know it's the
Round in
morning,
favor
man.
of GenG,
That's how
and
you
now
know it's the
we'll
morning.
take a look at the
I
buys
thought
here.
they did
Guardians
it.
galore here on the side of GenG.
Dude, that was
Already
close,
a little
though.
bit of damage across
Okay.
there onto Cruz.
Right, reset. Everyone reset.
Spray away.
GenG won the round. It's all good.
That A side of the map completely unassailable. Now it's gonna
Dude, I
be
shouldn't stream in the morning,
Talon.
man.
Their sights over towards C.
I need to wake up earlier, but then
Wary of, not expecting a forward
then at
work
what
here out of
cost is
bound,
that?
but you can tell
give me like
Munchkin
give me
and
like
Meteor playing back
the
well
next
within
5
the C
rounds,
site.
chat.
Yeah, sending the paint shows there just to push them back. Sure, you get the ore, but that does make entering C site near impossible, especially given the weaponry. So Talon will have to try to wait for a pick. Given the
That
fact
was
that
real
they don't
close.
have any information left on A, most likely they're just going to cut audio, try to get a pick first. And if so, they'll get the plant on C.
Checking that close left side. Way in. I know that there's going to be a share of plan. Munchkin, as he swings out, is able to find 3. He's gonna down
Yeah,
Meteor.
just off the
Sector
contact.
finding
A
one.
solid
Now just
swing.
for the last. Gun
And
is recovered. Shit boys an opportunity to maybe deal some
That's unlucky, the timing on
serious
that.
damage here, but he's not ready for Lockheed to continue pressing forward, so it does end up
Go
falling.
the
So Guardian
upgrades.
can be retained.
There we go. Upgrades are here.
Overall, just one weapon loss there for the side of GenG, which I think it was actually just a ghost in the end. So overall, no real economic damage dealt.
Yeah, GenG, recognizing that that's a possibility, so you still trust the turret, you don't try to go for the peaks, you make sure that Meteor is hiding himself until you get contact to go for the trades, and it swings out close, and you're able to wrap things up. Like you said, only dropping the one weapon. Munchkin calling for the
Ashy
Guardian
as
pickup,
well.
and that'll
Ashy
give
Peach,
them
thank you
quite
so
a bit of
much.
firepower
With
into
the
the
5
bonus
months,
here.
appreciate
No
the tier
extra
1.
buy up, though.
Thank you for doing
So it's
that.
just gonna be
Okay,
mostly
we
the
are
two
into the
Guardians
big buy
that
round.
GenG will be
GenG go
relying
close,
on
I
as they
goes
continue
in.
to take control of Rubble.
Just trying to get these orbs where possible. Texture doing very much the same on the opposite side. Just going to be behind by 1 here comparatively. Around towards B. Alarm bot around the corner. Lakia, Sheriff in hand, looking to try to hold this site. It's actually going to be moving forward. And this could be a fortunate circumstance for him, but Nanoswarm actually tips him off. That forces him back, and the catch cannot come through for Talon.
Yeah, and they're showing a good amount of pressure over towards
Crazy
B.
moment there for Lakia. If he had sent that Prowler, that might have been the death for him.
Do they?
We'll just delay as he waits for the fuel
Go
to
back
recharge
towards A,
before he
no,
drops the
okay.
Screen. Talon finding a good opening in between the utility to try to break the site open.
Looking for the rush play. And with
Damn.
fire is able to find Texture. Governor clears out Lakia. Just take
I really thought he was done for. Nice recovery.
12 bullets though. The double push gets ready to come in. Runs out just before he would have been able to
46
finish off
HP,
Shit Boys.
nearly
Down to
gets
46,
4.
But now we find ourselves in a 2v2. Already though, Talon using far too many weapons. Need to hold on to these last ones and get this round win.
If Cruz can just stay alive, this flank around from
Look at the timing on the swings here as well.
Now,
Yeah, it's a very good reposition. It's just the plant.
Be able to check for him from heaven, but his
Like,
own smoke is gonna block
this
him
should
out.
always get traded.
Try to interrupt this one. It's just being held, and as he swings,
Yeah,
Munchkin
missed them.
off on the right-hand side will be able to take him out.
Man.
So that's going to be the bonus.
Karen just starts it off as well. 3v5, gets 2, then gets a third, almost gets a fourth. It's
The entry
insane.
was good, right? You are able to take up Link.
Caesar Heat, thank you so much, man. Appreciate you. Thank you for doing that as well. 5 gifted, chatting off to do, get some slug oilers in.
And with a fast help like this from Karon, of course,
35 altogether.
makes all the
Holy hell.
difference. Well, he's taking less from Munchkin, that's
If
for
you
sure.
got gifted as well, make sure you say thank you. Make sure you say thank you to Caesar.
To see that energy, it's hard to imagine that this guy only started playing at the top level, and professionally at all in Valorant, just a mere 3 months ago.
Yeah, it's really
It's
good.
absolutely astounding.
Micha took a lot of damage, I guess, from a jump spot over towards C. Molly's go in, and Big Jewel.
Jumping his way in, but just going to be a leg shot there on a Munchkin. Now does have a pit available.
Wait.
The snake bite looks like he was suspicious of somebody creeping their way in, but Chip Boys, he's not checking right. I don't think he realizes that the Viper is there. Maybe an opportunity
Now
for
what?
a big backstab, but with just a classic. Yeah, and stranded away from the rest of his team.
He's never
I mean,
gonna
just
get
Cruz left. Like, what can
the
you
classic. You're never
realistically
gonna
do?
get more than one, really.
For Jip Boys to
Let's
see where
see.
that rotation happened to
Is
try
she
to
gonna
make the
be?
call for Cruz
No,
and
that's so
enter to
unlucky,
Seaside
man.
again. But he's checking for the fade. He has no idea the
Hold up,
Viper's
you're going
here
back
as
to
well.
the
He
turret
calls for
though.
one,
Now
but
there's
the
He's
a
going
turret
back
on
to
the
the
opposite
turret, and he's
side.
seen the turret.
You give them the
You can
alert.
smoke
I think
the
it's gonna
turret?
confuse the ever-loving hell out of them.
What?
try to smoke it off.
Oh, but this has just been a trip around the world for Jit Boys. But ultimately,
Don't
I
tell
think
me they
this
get around the corner.
might just
And they just
end
keep
in
running away.
despair. Yeah, I mean, they don't even realize they're rotating
Nah,
away.
man, this
They're
is
on the
so
hunt. They're
unlucky. There's a
looking for
spike
him.
though. Just go get the
He's
plant,
stalking
man.
him, but he just doesn't
Go
have
get the
weaponry.
plant.
Honestly, I'd turn tail back over to C and try to get this plant
It's more
down.
money, yeah.
Just get the plan, quite
Do
frankly.
they hear that pickup? Munchkin starting to notice it. Yep, now they certainly do know as the plant does come through. We'll see what kind of damage he can deal.
My ultimate is ready.
Yes, he eludes the turret
They must be
shots,
wondering
avoids
how on
additional
earth did he
damage,
get
swings
it.
out, chest shot there, but Texture just spamming through. Will be able to get the wall bang.
Okay,
kill.
honestly, nicely
So I think
done
a
for
bit of a
getting the
head
plant.
scratcher here for both teams at
Yeah,
the
they
end,
must
but
be
it's
like,
still gonna
what
be
the?
GenG moving up 4-0.
Okay, double armor rebuy.
Smooth start
I mean,
for
honestly,
GenG.
triple armor rebuy.
I mean, surely a lot of question marks there, but
Big buy
like
round.
you
They
said,
got to
I mean,
go
it's a
against the
flawless at the
fade,
end of the
or
day.
they got to go
Can't hope
against
for
the
better than
razor.
that. Giving over the plant, it's not the biggest of deals. It's not like you were really losing too much on your own econ. And of course, it's also the Omen that gets the plant. Texture, calm, and crisp. Looking just as good as he did when he started off Madrid. Yeah, he just took a little bit of head scratching there. And I'm not surprised about the timeout, because here's the thing, is that you're playing Lotus, you gotta at least have some really solid control of Mound into the entrance of Seaside or Rubble. We're not really seeing that from Talon. Sure, you get up to Mound, you get the ult orb, but you haven't disrupted the Seaside at all. We gotta see some changes there.
GenG looking good
Bit of
as
a rocky
always.
start here for the attacking side. You can see Frost just trying to convey as much as he possibly
My
can
team's slow
here,
in
given the
taking
limited
fights over
time.
towards C if there's a fight on A. Normally, because you can still have 2 on C, right? And it's not like it's weak.
Discussion as well.
Not like it's weak agents. It's double block agents in terms of Viper and Killjoy.
A couple of times at Madrid, sure, but this is also something they might have talked about. It was one of the questions that was brought up in the press conference after their tough loss in the grand finals. Was what are you doing to make sure that the mental game stays at the very top for the players? And Solo admitted that right now it's up to the coaches, and maybe that's something that they need to work on going further. So we'll see how much they take advantage of the opponent's timeout. This time, Talon fixing their eyes
and
onto the A
GenG
side. The Rubble
using their
portion
timeout
has
to
been given
fully
up
change
for
everything.
free. 4 rounds in a row. And GenG perhaps getting a counter read on this.
So
just
started
saying
with
we
a
wanna push out the
default,
other side
move
and
up to a
tighten things
switch
up.
on
The
this one in
Killjoy
terms
gets
of
a little
Killjoy
bit
going
enough on
over
the
towards
side
A.
of this map.
Well, you're talking about getting that Rubble control. They're able to have it. GenG this round playing back. They were playing on the opposite side of the map, looking for that Mound control. Just widely trading places as Cruz clearing out that Prowler.
This is a very solid start for Talon, though, right? You're denying any extra information out of B main. You still have set up next to Mound so that you can retake control of this, and then you've taken control of Rubble. So this is the ideal scenario for an attacking side. Now, do they check for Karon?
Oh,
Close.
nearly found there, but
Okay, Razor of their own.
absorb the bullet.
While they lose C control, they prowl it over towards B to see if they can get a rotate in. And that's a lot of pressure here. 25 HP. Nicely done.
Solid start here for the side of
Yeah,
Talon.
looks like a really convincing round. There's a big duel over towards B at the moment. That's
Yeah, we'll see if
fine.
Lakia versus Ban. That's where my eyes
Completely
are at.
in
Only
this round.
5 HP, but if he can get this kill, that's huge.
He does. I know that there's going to be one very disconnected from the rest of the team, but do they actually try to play this one out? Texture looking around this smoke, but Wiley has to wait for it to dissipate, but that is crucial time bought here for Talon.
I mean, GenG, the creds are there, so perhaps they go for this just to put more damage onto Talon. The round surely already lost. You look at the health bars.
Made onto the ramp. Satchel, that would get a kill actually. Almost on the Governor.
pretty good damage. Could have been a little bit more, but nicely done from Talon.
Go ahead and pick up the first round victory here for Talon. So now find
Yeah,
themselves
they got a
on
good
the
amount of
board.
money as well, so even though it gets reset, could still buy after
why
this.
did that work? Because what we saw on the
Multiple
minimap was a
ults here, though.
GenG that has never
Yeah,
looked
this is a
that
bit of a
lost
nightmare.
before on any of the maps that they played.
Gonna have to get one of these ults online, you would imagine.
Because they were able to isolate the information. But this time it's a double strike onto A while there's still a showstopper flying into C site. And you saw the other teammates of GenG kind of caught bouncing back and forth in the middle of the map. A near defender spawn. That's not the type of moments that we've seen from GenG. If Talon can replicate that, it's going to be a good half for the rest.
Well, now
Oh, aggro A into fight A. Omen flash hits too.
Texture able to find Jit Boy, swings back around and gets Governor to boots. Two
Yeah,
kills
that's
very
very
swiftly.
nice.
GenG very much realizing what the game plan was going to be going into this round here for Talon. They counteracted to perfection.
Yeah, and one of the other things is you send the Nightfall as well, right? Saying we're not taking any risk. We are eliminating this portion of the map. That way we can go for our usual defaults once again. The very heavy 3-2s or 4-1 splits that GenG likes to play. And this time, just trusting in the util. They have faith that with the numbers in the showstopper, the retake is on their side.
They can't clear the secondary nano, so that does slow them up a bit as the rotations start coming in here for GenG. 3v5. Ban, if he can get the plant, that would give them a pit. I'm curious to see if he actually commits into it, but it's actually going to be Cruz getting the Nightfall online instead.
And
It's three
then they
crucial
might-
really taking pick here for the side of Talon.
Okay.
Now, Ben pushing forward. Look at the challenge at Waterfall. Showstopper comes out.
So close to getting another.
Shot before
Yeah,
the rock
2v4 and
Cruz.
15
Now
HP.
Cruz
Definitely not
falling
using
low,
the
tries to
fade out
go for
anymore.
the challenge. Ends up falling to the wayside. Is Surf now.
Yeah, nicely done from GenG. Won the duel over towards A heavily. So Omen flash that they do is very nice.
Get one step closer, perhaps. Yeah, Texture swinging in his face.
Honestly, this hold is nice.
Will be one away now from that
Like once you
lockdown
add the
GenG.
Viper ult from B and you can
Stop
still
Talon
have
getting 2 in a
the
row.
pressure of 4, but you only
Going
have
for the
3
Nightfall in
here.
the pit, I don't mind that.
I do
Knowing
think
the
it's just a
showstopper
game
was
changer.
online, right?
I
So
know
the
I'm
pit,
slightly
if you
biased,
Put it
but
up, maybe the showstopper comes in anyway. Would have been disaster. But they weren't quite in position to take advantage of the Nightfall. I think they were trying to gain more space so that they could create a crossfire, and then they could send the Nightfall in if they see the retake coming in from the other side, kind of funnel in GenG. Doesn't pan out that way, and this time Talon coming with another attempt to control Rubble. They're not going to be met with the same force, though.
Same thing again, but it's just 2 people this time.
Operated now here in the hands of Texture. Pulls it up outside of C as there's a reveal on the 2. Not really able to penetrate that wall, though. Texture inching forward. Looking for a target. Surf swung out wide.
Let's get Nancy. If the alarm bot is here, though, he can rely on that.
Only a matter of timing. Oh, yep. Alarm
Mal the
bot.
Bard, what's up, man? How we doing?
By that. Does have
Good
the
morning.
backpedal.
Oh, but look
And
at
in the
Texture.
meantime,
Yeah, he stays there because he knows the main force wasn't there.
okay.
Meanwhile, Ban gets taken out.
Oh,
Kid just able to find that one. Governor now. Position given away just in front of Baby Door.
and the amount of times they lose the first kill.
Going out.
Savage.
Curious to see what Talon decide to do with the rest of this round.
Yeah, right
Creep
now,
up now, moving over towards B.
it's the best shot they have just because they had control of both B and
It's a
A
good
main,
call, though.
but Of course, the question when it comes to B site isn't about
B
can we
retake.
plant, it's about can you
And
defend
it's
it.
all about making
So
sure the
what
Meteor
members
doesn't get a
do
kill.
from A lane
Killjoy
near that
ult as
baby
well
door,
to
it's
give
gonna
them a
be
lot of
crucial. If they
space.
can
Let's
get
see
a
if they
pick
decide to
and then
take any of
rotate
this
around,
space.
It's going to be a much healthier setup.
They honestly don't need
Force
to,
Texture
but
quite far back, all the way back over into the C side. As Nightfall ready on the back.
goes
end,
the right
will
place
be
as well. That
committed.
hits 3.
5v4 Governor starting things off nicely. Does find the opening shot. Meteor going to be taken out. C sent.
I mean, time-wise,
Yeah.
Talon looks comfy.
GenG
Karaman's
very much
to
getting
dodge it.
slowed up and running out of time to try to get this defuse off. They have to try to push through the smoke. Governor able to find one. Cruz gets us back with another. Lakia equalizes it. 2v2, but still an operator in hand. Texture staring into the
Time
smoke,
is
but they have to
so
stick
low.
onto this diffuse right here, right now. Shots across the way from Chip
Yeah,
Boy.
this is just nicely
This
done
round
from
is
Talon.
not winnable here
This
for
waterfall
GenG.
deals.
Last pack to try to think himself out
And
to
they
safety.
take down this
Had a
op.
second
Man,
one,
this
but
is a
not
very,
in the
very big
clear.
round.
Texture loses out
Money
on the
reset as
operator,
well.
and Talon, they find themselves an extra little advantage on top of the round win.
I was wondering, because
Yeah, he has to get out of there earlier.
But Texture looked comfy, so I thought he must be out of range. Just barely lose to the operator. That one hurts. I got a little dicey because Talon was aware of the operator, so they had to play it safe on that post plant, but they will get the round win, and they'll take away the operator. The operator's down, the Odin comes out, so Talon not quite in the clear just yet.
Final adjustments, but ultimately going to be Vandals across the board here as Nade goes out. Governor does a bit of damage from that. Odin's now in play.
Yeah, and Odin's honestly done a good amount of chip damage.
Getting a lot more noise there to see if
So strong. I would be starting a majority of the rounds when you can.
This map was very enjoyable up until this moment.
Yeah, but now it feels like home. This is what Lotus sounds like, right?
Yeah.
You got the crunching of the rotating doors and then the drilling of the Odin.
And GenG taking a bit of risk,
like a
obviously happy to
Yes,
retake one of
somewhat
these
similar
sites
for
with the
sure.
Killjoy
You got
ult.
doors,
They
you got
decide to retake C with the Killjoy
Now what
ult.
do they do to clear this out? You still got that paint shells. Doesn't clear out both.
And you see Meteor instantly
Yeah,
heading
this
over
might find the
towards
one.
Heaven. Does he want to early use the ult?
That'll
Or...
be triggered
Oh,
there,
they both
trying to
enter the
dissuade
site
him for
because the
push
turret
up.
hasn't...
It's going to be
Oh,
invested
man.
here for Munchkin. It's Meteor driving over on the ramp, managing to find two. Looks for a little bit more. Swing
Holy
in.
hell, he does
Point
so
can
well.
finish there on to Cruz as Ban will find Munchkin. That's going to drop his pit.
There.
3v3 though. Karen still holding, stopping them from getting up to a position.
And John
where
was
they can
talking
actually
about
plant
this
spike.
when we watch partied with him.
And right now, just trying
He's
to
saying that every time you do an attack Viper ult, it never works.
Oh, what a
And I
great
agree. You got to do it
round.
like the attack Viper ult
Two
before
headshots
you
found.
plant.
GenG
It does just give this pathway
Acting every twist and
all
turn
the way
there.
to the back of sight,
Now up to
and
6
it
on
just
the
works
defender
against
side.
you. You have no idea.
Already
Like
feeling very healthy
you
in
have
the
like
round
this
advantage
area,
for
and
GenG.
everywhere around is just a question
Talon,
mark.
they used an early timeout. I don't know if they'll want to use one again because overall, the round-to-round adjustments, the reads seem a lot better than they did in the first couple rounds. But even this one, kind of making the assumption that they're going
This is a
to
very good
maybe
rotate
break
from
into the
GenG
C
as well.
side and maybe get that pit up.
Stop the initial
They
hit.
give up all control of rubble, then they're met with the
A
bonus
control
Viper's pit.
again.
And the rush forward, there's the
That's
reveal.
so strong.
It looked like he was basically
And they
spraying
can't
that
get
before
out.
the hunt had even hit.
Nice. Spike down.
Slovakia just looking to mow him down. 2 kills found here with the Odin.
Is
It might be
getting
dishonest
this is
gameplay, but
getting
it certainly works.
Whoever
it's
gets
getting
that
really
win.
brutal.
I mean, even things like spraying before the haunt actually lands, you see that a lot once you get to
Oh,
the
sure.
higher levels, right? Because if they do get tagged, they're going to leave. So you try to predict that they're going to shoot down the haunt, things like that. It's all part of the mind game. And it gives GenG a 5-2 man advantage. Now even Surf being spotted inside of A lobby, rubble control given up, B being cleared with the Prowler. And let alone the numbers, but
And they
Talon,
clear their all.
they've got a long way to go.
It
if they wanna
goes in
attempt
as
anything.
well.
Looking at the
And 1.5
creds,
of these two
maybe it's
gonna
just a
do.
save for the next 50 seconds. Talk about
Yeah,
the
I think
rounds
they're
coming up.
actually gonna
Yeah, I mean,
save.
pretty much has to be. Just no money to really work
And I think
with.
that's
No
fair.
way, realistically, to try
Only
to
4
convert
rounds
a
left.
2v5.
This money's out. I mean, this money's not out of control, but they're
Teams do that
buying
plenty
majority
times
of
in
it.
the past, but
And this is a
when you're
nightmare.
starting off like this and you just have no space.
I think
realistically,
GenG's
to
A-hold
even
now is too strong,
start going
which just
top
makes this
30
map
after you've already scaled up
an
towards the
absolute
site.
nightmare
You
for
try to
them.
play something
The
out and
rotates
have
are
the
good
spike
as well.
planted,
The individuals are really
but
popping.
with nothing to go
It looks
off
very
of,
hard for
all
Talon.
you can
That it
realistically
might
do
have
is sit
to
back and hope that
start
you hold onto these
pivoting
weapons.
over towards B,
GenG
or at least just like
dwindle in
CB
mind,
default
start
into
inching
late A
forward.
take. I don't think they can
For
go
these
aggro A.
kills.
10
Yeah,
seconds
you're not in
left.
danger of giving any crucial ultimates, so might as well try to take away the creds.
Oh, well.
That's
Away with
the
his life
cue.
there is Surf,
Uh-oh.
but now they don't know that they're both stacked up. Can't clear on that nano, but oh, the spray across. Chip Boys lucky to be alive. Did you push up?
Oh,
No
hit
way,
them
they got
both.
both here.
Lucky with 3 in the end. Fortunate for Talon, just milliseconds away from being able to at least have those 2 rifles.
Poor guys.
Man, Talon.
Yeah, I got nothing on.
He's
literally got nothing
hitting the
into this
wall
round.
time and
Just
time
got to
again,
accept
and
it.
a lot of it has been on the C side. They've gotten control of rubble a couple times, but never really got to push past that.
That rock you should be able to shoot through.
Yeah, no, I was thinking that maybe.
Do you remember how
maybe a
Sentinels
couple
went
forces
T-side
of
against
Lotus
them?
could
GenG didn't have this molly. GenG have been working since Madrid. They stole... The Heretics took the Coach Potatoes molly, and then GenG have now taken the Heretics molly. Well, same molly, but...
I can only imagine all the threats that start to
And so
pop
now
up.
the A hold, the A
all the
hits,
Odin
sorry, the
users.
A hold's a bit stronger.
Shambles.
So it's a very good sign that
He
GenG,
would deserve it.
after Madrid, and I imagine the
Now,
players took a break,
GenG
but the
feeling like
coaches
they
still
deserve
looked for upgrades and just watched all the
breezy map
demos
win.
back. Or it might have been the
It's been pretty quiet on the
it might have been the
Prowler chasing in, does get the
might have been
bite.
anti-strat stuff, I guess.
Yeah, but Sarah's
And then they
still
just
here,
found
so
it from
they're
that.
Not too worried. In some ways, that works out in their favor, right? You think you've pushed one away, but Talon a little bit wiser than that.
I didn't have to use the paint shell, still have that for potential reclear.
At the end of the day, it's old trusty B site to get the plant. Even then, an extra nanoswarm this time. GenG came prepared.
Oh, but Prowler might have just given the game up as there's the
no.
C's on the
Oh,
entry,
no.
and yep. All too easy for Odin gameplay
Oh,
as Meteor will
no.
find two with a nanoswarm,
Yeah.
and Lakia guns
Just
down
the low
the
bike
last
is fully
rapid
cleaned
fire
up.
defuse as they pass this over to Texture,
And
try to get another
2
showstopper
rounds,
online.
and
Flawless
the
round
B...
here as GenG
I
carry on
mean,
their merry
they
way.
had the
now
similar
down
idea
two.
to I did, the fact that you gotta go B here, but
Achilles, but you gotta imagine with a lot of these
it
new
failed
agents
so
also
bad that
coming
I'm
out
trying
with
B
some
again.
form of decay, the Odin's never goes away, right? You've got obviously things like the Fade, you've got the Vipers, the ISOs, the Close. Everyone's only like 1 or 2 bullets away now from the Odin.
Not watching anything other than Val? No,
honest.
not
I know I
really.
don't like you.
I was watching
Well, I've been
I was watching Traitors, the Traitors program, with my girlfriend for a bit. It was pretty fun.
Well,
Other than that, man, pretty
let's
much just
see.
sleep in
Talon,
Valorant.
can they
Oh boy.
try? Turn something around as the C's finding Governor as he pulls the
And
showstopper.
the-
The nade from Texas
and the
taking him
fade
down
eye.
the reveal,
Bro,
allowing for Lockheed
the
to get
fade
the
eye is
headshot
just-
wall bang through the box. And it is just
So many scans
disaster
recently
after
on this
disaster.
map.
Bang, catching a shoulder there of Meteor, but seeming like he's realized it and now certainly is aware as the alarm bot does go off.
And you know, they might be able to get into the A side. It would be one of the first times that they actually do. But again, the round seems so far away from the grass. Meteor already in drop. That's going to be a hard position to predict because basically he's stuck. You're not expecting anyone to take that risk.
I think you're right. I think this is the first time they've set
Yes.
foot on
Honestly, the
A-side
Omen
soil.
could
at all.
win this round. Well,
There you go.
not anymore.
Expecting it.
Definitely not
Boy's
anymore.
gone.
Bro, this is
Now backpedaling
absolute
as Prowler just
lockdown. This is
surging
a
in
harder,
behind him. He's got to try to stand his ground against
the harder
absolutely
side of the
everybody,
map,
but
and
will
it's
be
making it look
Lakia.
so
He
easy.
claimed the kill to get them another flawless is GenG. Now look for a 10 and 2 half.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing: is any time that you're watching a game, if us as casters, we're able to tell you that it's the first time that they've set
Back
foot
in the UK, no, I'm
opponents
still
know
out
for
here,
sure,
man.
right? So at a certain point, GenG's quite well conditioned that any pressure on A is
I
relatively
got
late.
I got residency, so I'm like,
I mean, Governor
don't have
tried
to
his
count my
best
days anymore, which is
to push
great.
back. They execute the set play there.
Quick little blast pack back there from Texture, trying to show off that mid-air mobility. Was it Nukia that did that
Yeah,
on Bind?
a historic moment for sure.
It's okay.
Okay, this is
bit
the
early,
best
little
chance.
antsy there
I mean,
with
it's
the
gonna
op shot from
absolutely
Meteor.
send it.
Got a back up, swaps over the rifles. The Nightfall
Yeah, 'cause
will
you know
chase
if the
it,
op
will
is
be able
here.
to find
Ooh,
that
with the
good boy.
Omen
Jim Boyce in
ult.
the meantime, TPing around the back, able to find him.
Comms came in from the rest of the team. The
Kill.
Omen
That's
ult's
also
here.
a good start here for the side of Talon as Governor somehow manages to drag that crosshair
Yeah, and this was nice.
over just enough to
Much
take
better.
out
I mean,
Munchkin
as soon as
now,
you see the
Texture
op
and
over
Heron.
towards C, you know that
Up to their
the
own
early,
devices in a
the early
2v5.
info, you probably have
Last
like a
round.
small window where
Will
that you
be
can
playing
beat
for this one.
the rotate over
Yeah,
towards C.
you've got Ban as insurance over by B as well, so Talon
Oh.
should feel comfy.
Jim Boy's not realizing that his elbow had been spotted. Texture able to find that kill. Karen now position revealed. Now Swarm holds him at bay for now. His paint shell looks to clear the close corner, but
Yeah, he had
flushes
to.
Governor out into the open.
He was 32 HP. He was
Finish
going
him
to
off.
tank the nade. Goes forward.
Karen
Keep
has
an eye on the
suspicions earlier
Viper.
about
Viper
his
should be
flank.
winning
Going
this
2v3,
round.
Texture flying in. Karen, last one standing.
There's a
Horrible
smoke for
cross.
Spike, but
He's got a clear waterfall. So he's going to be TPing forward into his own smoke. Snakebite flies, he gets pushed out. Cruz will be good for
still
the final kill.
9-3
So
on defense.
3
That's
rounds here
impressive.
for Talon on the attacking side. They're able to
actually taking full control, once again, of either side, C or A. Somehow the pistol, it's going to be the set play coming out on C side, and GenG already in position for A. So they'll just swap places. The question is, does the Talon pick up the tempo to chase him all around the map?
Poor guys. Okay,
Jitboys was trying.
let's see if they can get a pistol to get it at least like a respectable score.
Well, looks like
The thing is, they're not even doing
there's a
much
crunch
wrong.
coming through. Yeah, the rest of the team
The
getting ready to push
individuals
out
are just
B
kind
main
of
as well.
wrecking a little bit.
Could potentially find Lakia here on his lonesome. His turret already
And
cleared out. The rush coming in, and
one
the
of
rest
those
the team,
things
okay,
where,
now
oh.
doubling back and saying, okay, we'll come and try to rescue Lakia here. Almost finds a second elimination, but Governor getting one apiece. Screws will
Yeah,
be able to
nicely
finish this
done.
time
Good pistol
around.
on this
3
one as
kills
well.
from him.
Got
As
very
it's,
close.
an
Cruz managed to clean
chaotic
this one up.
pistol, but one that
I like the
Talon
call from GenG
able
to
to
see everyone
pilot
running
with
back to go
success.
help as well.
Yeah, and I want to give a lot of props to Talon because they somewhat
Yeah, the fact that GenG changed up their defense, like Talon must be a little bit stun locked, to be honest. Changed up some of their defense and it's been
so they smoked that off to make
a week
sure
since
that they could
Madrid.
get the numbers advantage. It didn't go as cleanly as they wanted, but they were prepared. They come out on top.
Overall, really sound strategy.
It was small changes though, it wasn't small. It's small but
Looks
impactful.
like nobody going for a pistol buy. It is going to be pretty much rifles across the board. The one stinger in the mix there for Jitboys. As once again, a lot of forward pressure out of Siege. Getting that orb taken away, handed over to Governor.
And I like this from Talon. They don't press the issue. Not sure if they suspect the Marshal. I think you always have to when it comes to Meteor.
If it's a Meteor or a Saya player,
Yeah.
they always have that one in their hands. Maybe the rest of the pistols is okay. Bad snappy with that Guardian shot. Cleans up the first kill.
You're putting pressure on. At a certain point, if GenG can't break through, they will rotate.
Comes onto the door. Meteor taking a bit of damage there as Texture tries to push his way up through the smoke. Ban gonna be finding a second kill.
Yeah, and
Locky gets
that's
taken down.
looking very good. They would love no
Slow up
deaths.
the rest of the squad. Onto over the top, not finding much of anything here. GenG now in the fortunate position where they need to die one way or another. They don't have a spike planted.
Be huge for Talon if they can get a flawless here. Carry on as much momentum as possible.
Oh, just enough spotted there to work Meteor down to 10 HP. Shot goes a little bit wide, can't
The
quite
bait,
find
though.
it. Caron looking forward,
Yeah,
snaps
nice
it
shot.
with that headshot. Does take out one, takes out two. It's for a little bit more. 2 bullets left though. He
Ended
will
up being
eventually
pretty good
fall.
damage
Fans
in the
able
end.
to
They pick
collect
up the better
triple kill
guns.
here in the
but still,
anti-eco.
bad.
So that's about the limitations of what you're willing to lose in that round. So overall for Talon, not a bad look. But now the rifles come online for GenG.
Yeah, I mean, overall, generally, this isn't a bad look at all. It's just a round differential, right? So
Sure.
this is a bonus that you would desperately want to win for Talon. Not exactly the best setup. Again, just so you got to give a lot of respect to the likes of any of these players on GenG. They'll always do some damage, even as the last one alive. But they're not going to force up anyone else. They're just going to stick with it as a true bonus, see what they can do.
A aggro A for this first one. Prowler goes in and not
Towards rubble from GenG.
too much
Right
resistance.
across, but Governor already well out of the way.
Lose
Immediate
A.
reaction out of Talon.
push
They just
all
clear
the
Mountain
way.
entirely. They're not
Let's
even trying to
see.
just
I like
keep the
this
space. They wanna
reaction,
tighten
but
things up
on a
because they've given
bonus,
up
I
rubble for
mean,
free.
first of all, on a bonus, definitely worth
Going on
doing.
the hunt, Meteor
But
looking
because it's on a
forward into B,
bonus,
alarm
do
bot just around
GenG
the corner on
expect
the
it
site.
more? Yeah.
Takes down onto, on a connector, but Ban now eliminated as Munchkin looks to take some forward space. Swing out, spots another
Yeah,
one,
and the
backs
info
away.
is just worth, and then another Killjoy can make the
Now
play.
serve. He has to
Or
play this
all
so
5 of them
cautiously.
can
There's
come
so
back
much
and
time
swing
that
this
GenG can
together.
do everything to push him back out.
Yeah, I mean,
And
he's
the
getting
cooling's really
approached
good right
one,
now.
they could just swing
Calling on the
back over
pistol
and
is
try
even
to
good to go help
really force
the
him out of the C side.
Soul player. And they realize they don't want to be
Governor
boxed in over
able to
towards
find
here because you
Texture,
get
but
just so
served,
wrecked.
thinking that he was
Yeah,
gonna be
and
able
he
to
was
just
here
drift
so
away.
early that
Drift
they
his
just
way
know
back
this is
over
going to be an
onto
empty
the
site
He ends up
of the
getting
calling
caught.
on this round. Very good.
That is now gonna
Also
be
shout out
C-side
to
completely
Munchkin,
opened up.
I
All
mean
this KJ
GenG,
utility
for just
deactivated.
being aware.
Plant will come through.
Once they took A on the bonus, they might push.
Started off as a pretty good reaction from Talon, but GenG, the internal timer on Munchkin taken away, knows exactly when to check the flank. They're able to get that kill. Of course, Meteor already lurking in the middle of the site, got sight of Jitboys, I believe, going up into B heaven. So GenG had a lot more information than Talon thought they did.
Bring them down.
See if they can do any extra damage on the retake.
Caller to check ahead. Spotted there. Meteor is pulling back over around the bend
I'll find you.
as it looks like wide lead. Talon what are they going to do here? Rotating around, maybe try to just
yeah, so
open
they
the door
show
and get the catch,
pressure.
try to
This
take
is
some of these
nice
weapons
though.
out of their
They show
hands on the
pressure over
exit.
towards here, and then they all
There's
go
the
door
tap.
to try and
First one
get him.
instantly found, but Karen immediately finds two as well. Jit Boys and Cruz both dead. And Governor with a spray will be able to take out Karen. Blast packs just far enough back.
He's like,
He'll keep
should I
himself alive for a
die
number of phantoms.
or?
So overall, I think not a
Like,
bad
nope.
strategy there
Got
from
a good
Talon,
upgrade
but this
behind,
does allow for
nicely
GenG
done.
to get the 10.
Yeah, again, it's
It'll
the round
always be
differential.
worth it.
If
Even
it
save the
wasn't
Bulldog with the
same
loss bonus.
first half, if they were just any closer, this would be another round where you can kind of give yourself a pat on the back and say, it's all right, it was our bonus, we can move on. It's just that they still have a long way to go. But the texture screaming in the background, I think everyone around the world now familiar with his voice.
Sounds like your neighbor, like through the
Yeah.
walls.
So, did Talon still have a
This guy
timeout?
stubbed his toe next door.
Man.
Okay, honestly, this
That
is a
gonna
nice
be
time
timeout
for it.
call here
Big buy
on the
rounds.
side of Talon.
That's what we need. Instead of, I know we've been showing the coach cams a little bit on rotation here in the venue, but when it's GenG, it's just got to be the texture cam up on the big screen next to the game. Keep an eye on M24.
Should forward on the Americas League so far.
Catching up to
Yeah,
5.
honestly, it's very high level. It's for
through.
sure
Looks
like the least mistakes out of all the
tell them
regions
that,
I watch.
You know, things are going their way, perhaps, if we were to read his body language, trying to calm things down.
I think he knows the importance of this next round.
Even
I
with
don't
yesterday's
think that,
game.
this timeout in any way is a reflection on what just happened. I think he's
No,
overall
no.
going to be very satisfied with how that bonus went, despite them not being able to get the win. It's likely just the game plan to make sure that they can come out, get this victory right here with their own full buy. Couple key ultimates nearly online for Talon as well.
And
The
they
Nightfall,
want to
the
hold over
Showstopper.
towards A, so 3 people,
things
but they
that
have
when
an
used in
instant
conjunction-
Omen Flash, so it's
conjunction can be
kind of 2
absolutely
people that are
deadly.
going to be fighting.
Taunt instead of a seize, though, so there was
So
a
it's
world
Omen
texture
Flash
gets all the way
into
around
Fade
level.
Eye. Then do they do a combo because it
Cross,
hits?
Taunt reveals going
Yes, they
out.
do.
Ping on the
Prowler,
one, Slokia receiving
Omen
that. Prowler goes out
Flash.
with texture, able to find
Damn,
Jit
really?
Boys.
That's their protocol if their eye
Down on
hits?
top of Rubble. Now Meteor fighting Governor
That's-
as well. Things
that's
start
very
to very
weak.
much unravel swiftly here for Talon. This A site is completely opened up.
Yeah, had too much faith in their own haunt, delaying the rest of GenG. The paranoia had already ended by the time that Jit Boys.
Yeah, it was
The
weird
shrouding
because
step,
it's
shrouding
like
stepping
Haunt
forward.
hits, so you know they're
So
coming
unfortunately,
out,
again, one of those cases
and
where
then
they had
3
a good
people
read on the
here,
round
and they had a
itself,
protocol. It's
but
like
the
we go
execution
close,
just
Prowler
slightly
goes in, we
And because
fight
of
with
the
a
positions that
TP,
you're
but
in, you know, down 2 players.
we really
gotta
do
struggle.
nothing for
It's
this.
just, yeah, an immediate save.
I mean, at least it's not map point yet. That's the silver lining, is that this is a
Yeah,
round
I
where
mean,
you
some of the
can
talent
at
need to
least
work on
afford
that.
to
They
save
gotta
and
have
try to run
something
it
better
back.
than that.
And just making sure that he only has to watch one angle.
How much GenG want to hunt? Texture and Meteor both do have decent weaponry, but I suppose with Cruz just being 1 away, maybe they
Yeah.
don't want to go on too much
Coach
of an
thing? I mean, it's
excursion
coach
for it.
thing,
Yeah,
IGL
I think
thing.
if they had multiple people
Group
that
team
were only
thing.
1 point away, something like that, maybe they could go as a group, you know, 2 or 3 people. But GenG, for the most part, playing it safe. I think also probably one of the things that you take away from a tournament like Masters Madrid is no reason to really greed it if you don't need to, right? Just make sure
Sure.
that you're playing for the win. We have so many win conditions. We're only 1 away from map point.
Best way to develop a team
conversations I gotta
playbook.
imagine
I mean, you just got to
GenG's
do the
having in that round.
basics, right? You just go through the
Know that
basics
one
in terms of
over
like
that you give
pistol.
As the butterfly
Depends.
effect.
It really depends on
Yeah,
map.
or
But like
down the
pistol,
line.
Even if you don't get the
default,
round, right? If
switch.
you give them like a triple kill,
then
something like that, the
you wanna have-
confidence
I mean,
momentum goes
honestly,
back over. We've seen that.
If you go to the
This has
Coach
to be a
Potatoes
turning point
one
here for
and
Talon,
look at the
otherwise
free
GenG
one,
can
and then
give
just
themselves some
copy
map
something
points.
similar
Governor.
for every map.
Showstopper online.
What's free on there? The Haven one.
Now
Just
playing
copy that for every
completely on
map. You
its
should have all of
lonesome
that
over at
stuff.
C, and look
And
at
just make
where
sure you
GenG
like
are
tick
stacked
off
up.
all of those things for maps.
They're gotta be ready to
Map
back
control
out here.
into sight hits, fast
Clears the
hits.
haunt, clears the alarm
ecos,
bot, seems to
pistols,
jump across, is
all
able to find a
rounds.
headshot there on a Munchkin, but can he hold his ground? The answer is going to be no. Texture flushes him out. Before and Karen does end up falling. Jit Boys able to get that pick off, and with Locky down 12 HP, this is still going to be Talon.
It's like the best way I can
With a
describe it
decent
to you.
shout on the round.
Yeah, but good setup from Talon. You could tell that they had the read. Jit Boys was immediate on the flank, looking for the Omen ultimate. Governor's job was just to buy time.
Planted.
Ideally, he would have wanted 1 more kill. Almost got Lakia in that scuffle.
It's texture pop. Oh,
His own showstopper ready to go.
Yeah, they got to take that
So
into
good, bro.
account. That could delay so much time if they don't activate it soon. So Talon, they have to pressure it.
Haunt landing close, not spying out much of anything. There's the showstopper now.
someone's gonna
Haunt
shoot
in,
that.
Avoids the Prowler, sends it.
Okay.
Found. Cruz taken down.
It's a
Trey out
nade
there
with the
on
kill.
fades.
Pretty good crossfire. Smoke actually helps them.
Push down first shot's going a little bit whippy, but now Texture versus Ban, and Ban has the headshot.
Nicely done from Ban. Good
Clean on the
shots.
adjustment, finds it, gets to the fuse.
Yeah, they
Pit
just
now
stay
online
alive,
as Talon.
and
Hold on and
this
move
next
up to
round
6.
is
Yeah,
pretty
don't
much
look at the
like
creds. That's not what's
close to
important. You got
score
the round
or
win.
done
That's the
game.
crucial part. No matter what it took, and again, something that
This
Talon
money
can
is
take
going to
away
be
the read on
rock
the round
bottom,
At the start of it was good. They had an idea. They were in
and
GenG's
they're going to have
head,
no money
figuring
into
out
the
what
next
their game
round.
plan was. Didn't go as perfectly as you would have wanted, but the initial setup all the way towards the retake was very, very good from Talon.
Still in with an opportunity, and Alt Economy very much on their side. Talon can space these out.
Yeah, they got a. I mean, I want to see all three of these ults, really.
A little bit of a rough game. That lockdown online.
Set up towards door, trying to see if anyone bounced forward.
Oh, Munchkin gonna be spotted. He's lucky to get away with his life.
Oh, but I like this so much from Talon. Again, they suspect it might not be a full send on A, so they go for that slow retake of Rubble. That means they get to keep so much of their util. Pain Shell, Showstopper,
Bam goes
Nightfall,
in. They
all of
only
that
hit
still
alarm
online,
bot.
and Ban.
Nicely done for Ban, yeah.
Wow.
But I like this
Completely
from
reading the
Talon. This
timing
was
there,
very
catching
good.
Meteor off
Late
guard.
take of A. Once A is clear,
That's
3
giving them
pass
such a
and
monstrous
get proactive
advantage.
over towards B.
You're dead. Munchkin
This was really
down
good.
below
'Cause you know,
half HP.
reactively, they're going to do a BC default, and
So
everyone
GenG's gonna
heavy
find
goes over towards C, so
themselves
it's just a
in
numbers
situation
game.
that normally their opponents discover, right? Where you are kind of down in numbers, you haven't really cleared out anything from C site, don't have control of A Rubble, so you're scratching your heads. We'll see them try to pressure them away, but for the most part, it's going to be a fake. Try to re-aggress towards C site.
Prowler's going to be exchanged there. Looks like now GenG going to start moving up and taking some space after that pressure gets applied over towards A.
Toxin screen down.
Oh, and
Rotating
Talon,
back out around.
and Talon's
30
prepared
seconds
for
left.
this, cutting audio. They're just waiting for the peaks.
Playing in very disconnected positions.
Poison orb.
As, on the peak, Fan now going down that snake bite protection just a little bit too fast. He's able to get on top of him. Finds that kill. Nightfall now out Governor on the
Holy,
answer.
got
The
two.
Showstopper finds 2. That leaves Terran
Yeah,
all
this
on
is
his
nice,
own,
though.
it's a
This is all the
1v3.
ults that we wanted to
He's
see.
done these before.
Door tap,
This
but
one's
now
way
he's
too
at the
hard, though.
HP,
Everyone coming from
spotted.
different
Paranoia
angles.
is dodged. He cannot
Yeah,
find the
nicely done.
headshot.
This is a
Bruce
great
swings
round from
back
Talon.
around.
Really, really good.
Does catch him.
Could maybe
That
say
is
that
the
the
defuse coming
facing
through
from
once
B
again
should be a
now
little
as
bit better,
Talon
but other than that, it was great.
continue to lessen this gap. Just 4 rounds separating.
For the most part, again, a very impressive round from Talon. I like
Yeah,
the
it really
fighting
was.
fact that they're holding back, right, just going for these peaks, once at a time to see if GenG has crept forward. Now, they do miss the timing on Texture moving past Waterfall, so Ban gets pushed in, but you still have the Nightfall and the Showstopper. That's why they were willing to give up that space. The retake was always going to be there, and a clean double right above their heads. That sets off the alarm to retake the site.
And I mean, if Munchkin doesn't get tagged up earlier on, he survives that rocket.
And
It's far
first
enough away
timeout
that he would've
used.
been
They've
able
got
to
to get
survive it, but
involved.
That little minute punish earlier over at A, it ends up being exacerbated as that ult comes through. So now GenG.
A certified fake
forced to use
comeback?
their
Oh,
own
for sure.
timeout.
But
I think Frost's gonna be very
it's
happy with that.
still a very good
Opportunity to
sign
get
for
back
this
into
team
use
moving
these
forward.
players.
Like, it's good. Talon are going up in my books the more that I watch them.
They've only really
They've
felt
got,
the need for a
got
timeout
some
when
nice
they were
stuff.
one step away from winning the map, things like that, when they just had to close it out with something out of their playbook. Currently not exactly well set up for it, but we'll see. I gotta imagine that GenG is gonna have a variation of trying to reclaim control of A Rubble, because again, they've been giving that up a little bit easier the past couple rounds.
Okay, what's the plan now for
There you go,
attack?
it's the setup
Fast out
towards
towards A,
You have the
and that makes a
Nightfall,
lot of
but
sense,
that's
seems
not
it
what
worked
we'll usually
earlier.
see
But they're
right off
doing
the
their
bat
later take
on the
again.
attacking side.
The issue that Talon are going to be facing is that these ults are getting ready to swing back around here for GenG. They've been running
Yeah, and
back
this should work
been
well for
slowly getting
Talon.
banged
Let's
up.
see. I think these 3 probably need to
Hit,
cancel.
Nightfall,
It depends how
lockdown,
good
all
this is.
nearly there for this squad. Talon need to be prepared to deal with these ults.
They tether and then
Cross over
spam the
spray
left
there
side.
from
It's a
Governor.
very
Find
good
anything.
Omen Flash. If this Omen Flash doesn't hit, they both spam and this guy's
so
dead.
low. Being tagged up by some of the
Yeah,
decay,
that's
getting
still
tagged
nice
up
though from
by
Talon.
the paint shells, it looks like.
Do the tether nade here, and then you have just a set angle where this
Goes in
guy, if he
position to
commits
start
over
off
towards
this
the
round
right,
here
he's
for
dead.
GenG.
Just the fact that he
So
Omen
now
flash back
4
and hit one.
players from
Oh, he hit
Talon
both,
stacked
right?
up over towards this A side of the map. She's still just fishing around, but widely going to make the call to back off. Looks like Munchkin may just stay in a bit of a lingering lurk position.
And we're going to to see Talon start to slowly spread out apart. You've got the Poison Cloud. It was just activated and taken down. Now that they hear the Prowler.
So A control, question mark created, as we can see, 4-person rotate. In terms of the comp from, I mean, that everyone uses, this is why it's a bit hard, because the Prowler goes in and it can only clear claws, so you always find to hold behind rubble. That's why everyone kind of defaults when they take an A control, hides rubble, and then you can just side shoot everyone like this as well. Oh, I'm surprised Munchkin doesn't full I'm honestly surprised all of them didn't full commit here. Fado goes in, hits the Viper. Whoa! Damn, that was sick, bro.
We'll be able to find the last two.
Hey, that was impressive.
Meteor and Munchkin, they go down. Pit for Nightfall.
Yeah, I think Munchkin missed his timing here a little bit. Like when these two were out in the open, it should have been a double swing.
Towns' governor, GenG, greeted with open arms as he tried to rush through the revolving door. It doesn't matter if you don't have audio, you know they're coming through it. And the toxic screen still denies them.
Yeah, I mean, Viper Wall gave him everything, but it was still impressive. He was hit by the fatal, so he was minus 70.
Excellent round.
Yeah, it was such a beast play.
I didn't get to hear it, but I saw Cruz's camera there at the very end. This guy stepping back into the IGL.
Because that's hindsight? Nah, not that one. Out in the open.
The immediate adjustment from Talon this time.
Out in the open, you have one here, you have one here, and this guy took first contact. It should always be a commit swing from this guy.
And they're not far away from it.
Curious to see if they get the read that this Lurk is moving forward here in towards the B site.
Oh, the time of that alarm bot.
Right as they outrange it.
It's so perfect right now. They are eco at least. They're the eco. I mean, they got 2 hero guns. They get over towards B. Oh, this ult might completely wreck the push. Yeah, and then they rush into this one. What a shame. And then they got to go by the Killjoy turret. And is Killjoy close enough to see the turret? No, but the jump spot is. Instant reaction, take a bit of map control. Good luck to Karen here.
Karen tries to hold the baby door, but ends up falling and finding the kill. Pit now going to be invested here from Munchkin.
It's a very good pit.
Push in, lock in, good for one. Eventually
it's a very good pit. It's hard to play against.
Boombot's the only thing they really have to clear out this pit.
Meteor holding close, is able to find 2. That's absolutely monstrous. Now a 2v2. Weapon advantage still going to be there for the side of Talon. They still need to try to find these kills. The decay rolling through.
Yeah, really nice round from them. Good recovery. Oh, the Killjoy ult just completely wrecked Talon. They had such a good timing on this flank. And then they went pivot over towards B.
It's huge. I mean, overall,
was the original call. And then the ult goes in, and they just had to be around here anyway.
Make the assumption that it's going to be a rubble play.
Go to is it Munchkin again that did the jump spot? Like he did great. He got the info so early. I actually can't remember who it was. Whoever did the jump spot to check if they were flanking fast behind. That was so good. Saw 3 or Saw 2 with the jump spots. They realized they had to take map control, took deep map control, and then ult after for the plant. I'd say what the last last 6 or so rounds, like 5 rounds maybe, have been very, very good to watch. Like really high level.
Already set up for a retake on A. You gotta stick to it. So I love the double stack on B.
4 chances for GenG to finish this.
Safe on the flank. Now they can focus all their sights onto A. The question is, Governor, you have the showstopper. Do you regroup with your teammates? Okay, he will do so. Wants to fly in from heaven or baby door.
Razor for the retake, a little bit lagging behind in terms of where he is.
They're still working his way over towards the site itself. His texture is in such a cheeky position.
That's Razor.
That's
the round, right?
Up top a rope here to try and keep his own Baxter down here on the floor. Finds one before getting traded out. Poison will find texture. 2v2 with Karen down about half HP.
They heard one on inside, but Munchkin, he goes far and wide.
Ooh.
Karen
Okay.
ready for that swing out of the smoke. Cruz
in the smoke.
Cruz
is Cruz is getting some impact kills. I thought this one was so done in the 3v4. He did so good to win out the duels here.
Another tool for them to try to hang on to this map.
Well, what a map we have on our hands.
And the defense is decent.
Into play. The lockdown as well. There from Serb. 3 more to go. Talon, of course, GenG into overtime. And right now, I mean, given the momentum, given the streaks that we've seen from this team, it is absolutely possible. GenG still with Another timeout up their sleeve. Looks like Solo.
Yeah,
wanted to
and they
hold that
still have the
till very
ults
last
that go
moments.
wrecked.
Yeah, these are the rounds that you got to watch out for with GenG.
Repass and start over towards B.
These
Killjoy.
these half buys, where it's really just a crispy.
Oh, they really think it's a B.
Carries them through. Talon
Repass and
cannot
firing
get too
squad.
relaxed at any point in this round.
Just serve here on his lonesome,
GenG
but
just forcing
safe
A. They
enough
made the
to
most
get a good
perfect call.
position Where he could just backpedal, try to set up for that lockdown, but not if he's dead. So okay, we'll backpedal away. As Nightfall comes in, Texture not able to get ahead of that
Fatal,
one.
I mean,
Big
Fatal hit
lockdown
4,
now
I'm
in
pretty
play.
sure. Killjoy ult goes in, and they don't have the best plant for this.
They get the plant down as Showstopper around the corner, Governor able to find one. Karen, though, in the end, as Showstopper lobbed in. Texture
Nice
finds
shot
Shit
from
Boys.
Karen over
Karen
towards
gets
site
through.
as well.
Van and Surf now the
Yeah, and
last
they
two
got
standing here for Talon to try to keep them in this
still
map.
have nade.
Texture has another
Still
nade
have
available to clear them
man,
off
that's a
the
nightmare.
spike. Ult coming in, has it, sends it. Van able to find the kill. So that's
Oh,
going to be the
the
C's
tag.
coming in. He pulls off the defuse.
Man, do you reckon?
It's a kill onto Karen, but there's
Ah,
the
it's
swing
a
out
shame.
without the audio
Okay,
to play off
nicely
of
done from
Latvia.
GenG. I'm
Sets himself up
actually
for a relatively easy head jump
impressed
guard
from
in
Talon.
GenG. They
They-
will take their map pick of
If
Lotus.
GenG didn't change up some of their
But I think
defense,
with a lot
maybe
more
Talon had
struggles
a
than a lot of us might have
closer
anticipated.
game here.
Yeah, and I think the
Absurd,
surprising thing for me was I would have imagined Talon might take a couple rounds here and there off of aim, but their reads were so good. They clearly came in prep for GenG, and that gets